It felt like the field was a mile wide.
Thing I could hear was the crowd. It was probably the biggest rush I've ever had in my life.
The adrenaline just carried me. I remember just running and running. After I had made it past the fence, I knew the worst was over. I had already made it off the property.
Everyone was just kind of like, what, did that just really happen?
As a security guard is breaking us up, everyone was just going crazy. The security guard didn't say anything to us. We did it. It was a great feeling.
While Brian and Daryl desperately looked for their clothes, the cops rolled up on Lucy.
What are you doing here? Parked out here?
I was so nervous, so scared, because I'm expecting naked Daryl and naked Brian to just run out.
But you know, this is a no loitering zone here.
I understand that. I didn't mean to be parked here. I'm just waiting for my friend right there.
Take the car, be on your way.
I had to leave. I left and drove to John's house.
So Lucy never connected with the guys, and as she headed off to John's, the streakers were still trying to find their clothes.
We're both running frantically, looking all over the place. We could barely see.
We found it with a little bit of difficulty.
I honestly thought we were going to have to go naked the rest of the way. That was definitely scarier than running itself.
Where is she? I don't know, man. She's supposed to be right here.
We had no clue what had happened. We didn't know where she was.
We waited as long as we thought we possibly could, and then walked back to John's.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
When I got back to John's house, I was so nervous because I didn't have Daryl and Brian, clothed or not. I didn't have them, period. Hey, John, yo.
Where are they?
Dude, the cops rolled up behind me at the forest. They told me to back the car out and leave. I thought maybe they walked here. I don't know. I drove slowly. I did not see
come
him.
in.
I did not see him. Dude, I'm sorry.
I was scared. I felt my heart just drop into my stomach. I didn't know what to think.
Coming up, see if the Stag High streakers reap the rewards of their stunt.
We wanted the credit for it.
But if overexposure doesn't get them caught, will they be betrayed by one of their own?
Just sit there and confess. We have you.
Find out next when High School Stories returns. Let's catch up. Our homecoming streakers successfully completed their rousing run in the Buff, but they had missed their post-streak getaway ride, leaving their friends clueless about their whereabouts. Will Daryl and Brian make it back to the rendezvous spot? Let's find out.
When Lucy showed up without Daryl and Brian, she was as worried as I was. It's not your fault. We just need to find out where they are.
Before the cops do, before anybody else sees them.
I couldn't imagine what happened. And there was nothing we could do but sit there and wait. And that was the hardest part. I thought it could either be the police, someone from the school, or Brian and Daryl.
I was so relieved to actually see Daryl and Brian.
Oh, it was unbelievable. On top of the world. Like, I didn't feel anything. All I heard was the crowd just go nuts, and I just kept on going. I didn't even stop.
It was great just to know that even though we had one or two bumps along the way, we still got it off and we did it.
The streakers were stoked about their Friday night stunt. And when they got to school on Monday, their prank was the hottest topic on campus.
People were just talking about it and just like, I can't believe that happened. That's so crazy. Nothing happens like this ever.
And they didn't know it was us, but they were talking about us.
They still had no clue. and that definitely made it a lot more fun.
But one student did have a clue. He captured the prank on camera at the game and then downloaded the footage to his website for the whole school to see.
And once word got around school, everybody was going to look at the video. They all fun making
Wait, slow it down a little bit.
Play that section again. Wait, pause it. That's Daryl. And that's Brian.
That's Daryl.
Oh my God.
I could not believe that there was a video on the internet of what we had just done.
Good job, Daryl.
I loved it.
And now that the streakers were exposed, they could really bask in the spotlight.
We wanted the credit for it. I started getting a little more attention from the opposite sex.
You're so cool. I can't believe you did that. Oh my God, we're gonna go so good.
I heard people talking, but we needed to kind of stay low-key about it because we could get caught.
Worried that their newfound notoriety might bite them in the butt, the guys huddled up and decided that if word got back to the administration, they would deny everything. And sure enough, they heard from the dean that afternoon.
Attention, attention. Daryl, please report to the dean's office.
When I heard my name, that to me was like looking death right in the face.
Daryl, you know why you're here. This whole streaking incident is your signature. Just sit there and confess. We have you.
You were accusing me of something I didn't even do.
I got proof. I had Brian in here. He gave you up, buddy.
When the dean said Brian got caught first and narked me out, I could not believe it.
We had kids there. It was a family event. A football game. Come on.
So I basically had to bite the bullet. All right, fine, whatever, I did it.
We had no choice but to suspend you for 1 day, and for a year, no extracurricular activities.
What?
That means no prom, no attending football games, nothing.
Frustrated by the dean's accusation, Daryl wanted to find out if Brian had really spilled the beans. But the dean got to his friend first.
Attention, Brian, please report to the dean's office.
The only thing I could think of was denied.
Brian, there's no use denying it. We know you did it. We got Daryl in here. He gave you up. Your friend gave you up.
I found that really hard to believe because Daryl's not the kind of guy to rat someone out. But I wasn't gonna lie through my teeth, so I fessed up.
All right. 1 day suspension. 1 year, no extracurricular activities. That means no football games, no prom, no sporting events whatsoever.
You can't do that.
Nothing.
The blood started rushing to my forehead and I got real angry. I kind of felt like the Incredible Hulk.
The next period was lunch, so Brian found John right away to talk about his meeting with the dean.
So what happened?
Dean calls me in. He told me that, like, Daryl was already in there.
Brian was told that Daryl confessed and brought his name up. I don't believe that. Daryl would not give you up.
That's what I'm thinking. That's the story they fed me. I wanted to talk to Daryl to see what had happened.
Dude, what happened? What do you mean what happened? Dude, I just got suspended, man. They told me you narked us out.
Dude, that's bull, man. That's what they told me.
Told you I confessed?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Dude, he told me you confessed.
No way.
Oh.
My dean pulled a fast one. They suckered us.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Daryl and Brian had been played by the dean, and John went back to class wondering if he would be next. But he never got the call.
I felt bad that I didn't get caught, but it was really out of my hands and out of my control.
John was able to get off without any punishment. It really wasn't that big a deal.
When it was all said and done, the Stag High Streakers were just glad that their penalties for the prank weren't more severe.
I was pretty okay with the punishment. I didn't think it was too bad. I thought I was going to get arrested or fined.
We got off with a slap on the wrist, but it was still a punishment.
This was our ultimate prank, the one that will be most remembered. No one will forget that night.